amazing.
Hello, IPL community. And I've got a special guest to introduce you to who is a local publisher. Ding dong, we have got things in common. The wonderful Julia Vandersloot. Welcome, Julia.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Well, it's about time I got you on this show, isn't it?
It's been a while, hasn't it?
We are connected in spirit in many ways, and we connect. And you are an author as well, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
So let's talk about that. Tell everybody about Julia, the author.
Okay, so I have 2 books. They both run along the same sort of themes of, I guess, affirmations, words of wisdom. One is dedicated towards the angels and them giving you messages, so it's very gentle and very loving and nourishing. And then the other one is from the animal kingdom, and they're still very loving and nourishing, but they're a little more kick up bum.
Yeah. It's like, come on, get to action. We're not sitting around being patient, waiting for you.
We don't have to be beautiful and nice and all of those things.
Tell us where the inspiration for these books came from.
I was doing posts on the socials, and I really just felt that nudge and that call of these need to be in books. They need to be readily available so that people aren't having to scroll. They can have it by their bed, in their bag, and they can just open to a page, because I call them, even though it's a book, I kind of call them oracle cards without artwork, because
it's really handy though just to open up a page.
Exactly,
you know?
And then you have some beautiful words of wisdom, and it makes you feel good.
Even just
happy.
open the book on a page for nothing that day.
Yeah, exactly. So I got that inspiration hit, and then I did 80 plus messages in half an hour of channeling with the angels. So
whenever you answer the call, it just comes through, doesn't it? The divine. Can we get you closer to the mic, because we want everyone to hear your words? Okay. But I could see looking over. Come on, get closer to the mic.
It's because I get so passionate, and the Italian wet hands are coming out.
It's just that, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
But because I can connect with this journey. So you're an author first, and then you fall into publishing because the call happens, time and circumstance align, and then you end up taking over White Light Publishing. So tell us about that.
It was really exciting, and it was so, like you say, things just fall into place, because I remember when I was doing my books, and obviously, as you know, as a self-published author, you have all of the decisions to make and all of those kind of things. And I was like, I really enjoy this. Yeah. And I remember I kept going to the previous owners when they're like, we're so busy. And I was like, I can help. Yeah. And then 3 years later, it divinely falls into my lap. Yeah.
Yes, I was like a carrier to that happening.
You were.
I ended up caretaking it for a little bit, and then I just knew, and then but I couldn't initiate that. I had to let you go. Is this for me?
Yeah,
yes,
exactly.
It is.
Yeah,
and White Light Publishing is something that's very close to my heart, because it's one of the first publishers that came through inspiration of the work that I do, and the beautiful Christy and Lauren set it up. And it just goes to show, doesn't it, that just because somebody starts something, some people are born to start things and get them going, and other people are born to bring them true and grow and nurture them into fruition.
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, when we honour that process and don't beat ourselves up about it, we just stand up and answer the call, because we know what it takes, especially for a publishing house, to set up and everything. There's a lot of investment that goes on, a lot of energy goes into it. But then you move through, and then there's the growth period. The foundations have been built, the growth, and that's exciting as well.
It is. It's really exciting. So we've signed some new authors, which is really exciting, and I'm doing a little sofa wiggle.
Yes.
I guess chair wiggle, because I'm technically in the chair. And we've got some exciting anthologies coming out as well. So
love it. Yeah. It's like music to my ears.
I know, right? Every time I'm like, Karen's going to be so proud of me.
It's funny, because when you see something in someone before they see it in themselves, it's a really special thing, but it's very hard to keep your mouth shut, because they're not ready to hear it.
Exactly. Because if it had happened before it did, I probably would have been like,
we would have a conversation, and I would plant a seed and just leave it instead of helping it grow. Just let it just germinate.
Yeah, exactly.
You should do an anthology, Julia.
No,
and then it's like, Oh, yes, I never thought of that. Let's see how that takes.
Exactly. So it's all been very much behind the scenes, getting everything ready right now, but I'm finally feeling like I'm
a lot
ready
of
to
work
unleash.
happens behind the scenes, doesn't it?
It does, especially when you are dealing with, getting everything worked out when there's
Transitioning.
Yeah. Thank you. That was what I
Yeah,
was looking
but
for.
I know what happens in the transition, and you do things differently, and there's expectations, and there's things to manage, but you've done it so gracefully. I think that it's beautiful, the energy you just stream, and you just pour positivity into things.
Thank
I just
you.
love it, and it grows, and that's what grows.
Exactly,
you
and
know?
it helps that I've had so many, I guess because they've known me as an author before taking on White Light, so all of the existing authors have been so supportive and positive and all of that. So I really couldn't have done it without their support.
It's unsettling. It can be an unsettling time and then you find your feet, and then you start to just focus on the positives and beautifully grow. And anthologies, let's talk about that, because I've been doing anthologies for a while now, and I know the potential in anthologies for a collaborative, for people to come together and shine together, and every anthology is unique and different and brings amazing things into the market, amazing marketing tools, amazing profile building vessels, and amazing helping build your readership and visibility, and wonderful leveraging. You can leverage the life out of being in an anthology. Best investment ever. That's what I think.
You've heard it from the horse's mouth,
because
people.
I've seen what it can happen when someone owns it, owns being part of that book and goes with it. And not only do they shine themselves, they help everybody else shine. And a collective platform. Wow. So tell us about your anthology. What's happening?
So there's 2 in the pipeline.
Yes.
So the first one actually came about because I'm a part of a beautiful community called Fusion Business Co in Perth. It's a female networking. And about a year or so ago, I decided to do my own summit because I had been shunned by a lady that was doing her own spiritual summit because...
her loss.
Yeah, exactly.
But
it got me fired up to go, well... I
can do that.
I don't have to go to these boundaries. I can actually do my own summit. So I did my own summit with all of these amazing fusion ladies, and I was literally thinking about it the other day. And again, divine download. Mm-hmm. Why don't you turn the summit into a book?
Absolutely.
I have all of the stuff there. Why don't I turn it into a book? So that's going to
because it makes it accessible then for everyone.
Exactly.
Especially in this day and age where people aren't as mobile, as they want to be.
Yeah, exactly. So we have that. And then the other one, oh, okay.
Are you going to tell? You don't have to. Oh, we got an exclusive, guys, an exclusive. Go for it.
So I've been in touch with a beautiful soul called Alex Morgan. He's a psychic medium.
Yes.
And as we were talking, again, divine downloads, I got this real hit of why don't we do a book for the LGBT community, and it is literally positivity only, but it's just similar to my books, I guess, where it's like, what are the words, what are the quotes, what are the thoughts and feelings that really got you through on your journey? How did you feel supported, and all of those kind of things. So it'll be the community giving the inspiration for their own community.
Oh, lovely. Yeah.
And then we're going to do a little art
what do you gift someone who is coming into that?
Exactly.
It's like, this is such a beautiful gift.
Exactly. And I just really think it's beautiful to hear the stories, and it's beautiful to hear the turmoil they go through so that you can really relate to them. But what are some really beautiful, inspiring words that you can give someone that when they're feeling in their lowest, like someone else has been, what can boost them up? So that's why I really want to make it really positive so that, people, again, they can open to a page and they get that hit of beautiful inspiration and be like, I'm not alone. I can do this, and go about their day. So it's really close to my heart. So I'm really excited.
Oh, that is. And even the conversation that can happen around that book, because we talk about books. They're wonderful gifts. They're wonderful to read, to accumulate knowledge through, and your interest, whatever. But they're also amazing conversation starters.
Exactly. yeah, there's so much potential that can come out of it. And, you know, the follow-on, because I'm already way ahead, the follow-on can be, you know, the whole of someone's story, and then they can be reading the full story. But the first one, I just really want to focus on what are the words that I can give to my fellow person that's going through this to give them hope and inspiration and positivity for their day.
Amazing. So if someone wanted to, because I'm a great believer that, you know, authors gravitate to the publishers that they need to be with to join them on the journey to publication, because there's so much more than just editing, proofreading and publishing a book. That's it. You know, it's so much more than that. It's a journey. So if someone thought, oh, Julia, she has to be my publisher, where do they go to find you?
You can find us at the White Light Publishing Facebook or Instagram page, or you can email me. Can I give an email?
Please give an email.
So it's Julia, julia.wlph@outlook.com, and you can send me a little message and say, these are my ideas, what do you think? And it's so true, because I did a little interview with one of the fellow authors, and 2 people straight away sent me a message and said, your energy is just... That's
it. You want someone, and authors invest in themselves these days, because when they do, and you're joining them on the journey, you know, it's so valuable, because it changes the experience. Definitely. And it's about having a positive experience, getting your words out there, because it can be a stressful endeavour if you don't know. But if somebody's walking alongside you, it's just beautiful.
Exactly. And so many of them, you know, even the people that aren't ready quite yet, we talk weekly, fortnightly, monthly, like we're friends now. And that's, you know, that makes such a big difference, because, you know, having someone that knows what they're doing but is also kind of your friend and holding your hand is just so special. So
absolutely. Because when the call comes to write your story, it calls loud.
Yeah,
and so you're on the journey, even subconsciously, from that point.
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Okay, well, we know where to get her, guys. You need to go and check out Julia, another publisher in this beautiful area. What is it about this wonderful area?
I know, right?
See, we don't keep the authorship to ourselves. We share and we help others on their journey.
And there's so many beautiful local authors as well. Like, it's just incredible. We're so lucky.
That is it as well. And I know you were part of the writers community, the Writers Centre and things like that. So it is about, WA has the strongest writers community, I believe.
Definitely.
Really and truly, absolutely. We're very lucky here. So if you're a local author, or if you're just thinking about it or going, my goodness, that has ignited something within me, get in contact with Julia. Honestly, you will not regret it. We're going to go to Pink Willow Sage Heart, Cover Me in Sunshine.